Hi everyone, so today I'll be doing an unboxing and first impressions on 9 of this Tomica um, mainlines. I got this for pretty affordable price in Singapore, and basically I think these are sort of like the leftovers, and um, it's now 2026 and some of these models are actually, as you can see here, the Fiat 500e, it's new for 2022. The EQS Mercedes, it's new for 2023. And yeah, so we have some old models, um, and yeah, let's just get straight into it. I'm pretty excited. Most of these are Japanese cars, except for Mercedes and the Fiat. But yeah, let's just get straight into the cars. So let's start first with the Nissan Ariya. You can see that the scale is 166, so that is pretty close to 164. So yeah, let's just open it. Okay. And here is the car. The stance is a little bit high, as you can see. The details in front. Oh wow, okay, so the front of the grille actually has a plastic piece, which is not something that I've really seen that often. So that's really interesting. Yes, nice headlight temples. The top is just painted black. The wheels are so-so, honestly, not that great. In the back it shows Nissan. It's templed, and it's this very small text. I don't know if you can actually see it, right? The Ariya. So that's actually pretty well done. Overall, I think that's a pretty nice casting. It has suspension, so overall, pretty nice casting, and yeah, quite happy with this one. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. This is a new for 2024 Honda Acura Integra in a nice dark navy. So let's just take a look, and hopefully it's as nice as the Ariya, right? With the front and back details, which it's really pretty nice. I mean, just as you can see, I like to collect realistic castings from Hot Wheels and Matchbox, preferably with the front and back temples, right? So let's look at the Integra over here. So you can see the very clearly stamped Acura logo. Nice temples for the front. Man, that is really nice. Nice grills as well. So just let it focus. So what does that say? It's very tiny text, right? Very tiny. Spec. Does it say spec? I think the wheels are a little bit underwhelming, but overall the tempos are pretty well done overall, right? And the casting is pretty well done as well. Overall details are nicely done, especially the front for this one. The back tempos are just one blob of color, right? So again, comes with suspension, underwhelming wheels, but What's the scale on this one? The scale is 164. So that's the Acura Integra. Pretty nice. Just a pretty standard car, but you know, the spoiler, it's it's nicely painted, very nicely painted for the spoiler. Yeah. Next, let's look at the Nissan Leaf. Scale is 163. Looks very similar to the Nissan Ariya. So let's take a look. So the Nissan Leaf in a gray color. Wow, and look at that. Again, the grille is a plastic piece, right? A translucent blue plastic piece, which is so awesome. Look at the headlights with the plastic inserts. That's really awesome. And look at the metallic gray color. Just really nice. The shape is essentially the same, right? It's just a standard car that you see on the road. It's very interesting about this blue color over here. It's a nice metallic paint for the blues. That's really nice. Yeah, and the back is nicely done. Tail lights in just one single red color. Nice paint details. You can see the Leaf text, which is very clear. The text over here is insanely small, right? It's really insanely small, and you can see it, right? The zero emission. That is awesome. And look at the nicely painted spoiler. Very nice. Oh, and look at that. Look at the opening trunk. That is nice. Although I think the opening is very exaggerated, but yeah, that's a very nice opening part over here. I'm really impressed with this one. Yeah, I'm just really loving the details. Again, comes with suspension, very generic Tomica wheels, so nothing to write home about for that one. Let's take a look at the Toyota Aqua 2022 model, so a pretty old model. Yeah, the scale for this one is slightly bigger, right? It's scale 159, so I'm expecting a little bit of a bigger car. Well, not really. So I think it's adjusted for the size of the packaging, or whatever the size of the car that they want it to be. Because yeah, it's not really that big. Okay, so we just look at the Toyota logo. It's a nice nice tempos. Again, plastic inserted headlights, generic wheels, the same as the Nissan Leaf. The tail lights are fine. It's two different colors. Again, the blue Toyota logo at the back. You can see the Aqua text, which is pretty tiny, but still very clear. That's pretty impressive. No opening parts on this one, I don't think. Yeah, just a nice basic car, a nice metallic black color, suspension. Yeah, and that's the Toyota Aqua. It's pretty awesome, pretty nice. So next, let's take a look at the Mazda CX-60. It's a new model for 2023. Nice red color, scale 166. Yeah, and let's take a look. So yeah, this one is a little bit, nothing too special. I mean, the grille has the grille texture, which is pretty nice, I guess, and nice sharp Mazda logo, but the headlights is really just painted silver. No inserted details, so too bad on that one. So far all the cars do not have the side mirrors, which is slightly disappointing, right? Given that other brands like Hot Wheels, they typically do have the side mirrors, but Tomica does not have these on the main lines. This one does not have it either. Yeah, on the back you can see that the taillights are slightly different shade of red from the main car. But other than that, it's pretty plain as well. The CX-60 is a very, very small tank. So again, they do very, very well, Tomica, on the very small tempo tanks. It's very awesome. No opening parts on this one. It's really again just suspension and generic wheels. Again, they all have generic wheels, which is, I guess, the main complaint that people have on Tomica cars. So that's the Mazda CX-60. It's fine. I think it's my least favorite out of everything that I've opened so far, because the details is just a little bit lacking as compared to the rest, right? With the inserted headlights and all that. Yeah, let's move on to the next one. Let's take a look at the Toyota Corolla Touring. Scale is 163. In a very dark navy. Ooh, this is a very small car. Again, I'm not a fan of the headlights being just colored silver. But yeah, the grille has a nice texture. And the back as well, it's really just a single color. It's not that great. The Corolla Touring text is very clear though, and that's good. But other than that, nothing too crazy about this one. Probably one of my least favorite as well, just because of the details on the front and headlights. I mean the headlights and the taillights. Suspension, a very small car. But yeah, one of my less favorite ones. And let's move on to the Fiat 500e. Now this one is a 159 because it's a small car. So it's made in a larger scale. It's a Fiat official product. Yeah, let's take a look. It's a bigger box, which is like, if you look at the box size, it's like almost twice as tall. So maybe it's very chunky. Oh, this one is out of. Ooh, the box is very strange. It comes in a cardboard box, which is slightly odd. Let's get some. Okay, so this one, the Fiat 500e, nice front tempos, right? Nice clean front tempos, nice grille details with a nice texture on the grille. You know, the side profile, you know, the classic kind of VW bar kind of profile. The back is pretty nice. It actually has inserted plastic for the taillights, so that's a nice surprise. I really like that, so that's awesome. Just zoom in on the text behind. It's pretty clear, so yeah. No opening parts on this one, but suspension, this one does not have suspension, so that's kind of odd. This one does not have suspension, but you know, it's still a pretty nice car. And as you can see here, it's pretty clear that, you know, Tomica really does the, what do you call it, this really looks like a Japanese street, right? It's just really everyday driving cars, whereas the Hot Wheels and the Matchbox, more so Hot Wheels, right? They do more of the interesting castings, like Ford Super Truck, the Aston Martin Vantage, the Ford Sierra Cosworth, Pagani Huayra Roadster, and all of that sort of more interesting cars, which, you know, to each its own. I think there's definitely a place for both brands. But yeah, so far the Tomica, it's generally like the Japanese cars, the street cars, no crazy liveries, but just nice solid castings that really looks like any sort of street, right? So let's do the Mercedes first. So this is again a 2023 casting. So the EQS by Mercedes EQ, scale is 1/68, which is a very small scale. So let's take a look. This is a nice luxury sedan. Look at that. Wow. It's a giant piece of plastic that I think is really inserted, right? I don't think it's part of the windows. So that's awesome. I think it's my favorite so far. Look at the nice paint details on the grille, and yeah, just the plastic insert, it's awesome. The sides, look at the silver trim around the windows, just amazing. The taillights is just painted red, but that's okay. The text, right, the EQS 450, that's very clear, even though it's extremely small. Yeah, the 450 plus. So I think, yeah, the wheels is what lets this one down, but it's an awesome casting. I think I can see this being very popular even amongst you know, the Hot Wheels and Matchbox collectors, because, you know, the details are pretty well done. This one does not have suspension as well. This one does not have suspension, which is fine. I mean, it's still a very nice casting. So these are the 8 cars, Tomica cars that I've opened so far, and I just have a last one, which is the Honda Civic Type R, very popular car, in a white color. scale is exactly 1/64. So let's take a look for the Honda Civic Type R. Okay, when I take it out of the packaging, it's it's a lot more of a cream color. And just look at that. Nice grille details, inserted plastic headlights, and just amazingly done. Very crisp. Even the bottom, there is a hint of red paint. Very nicely done, honestly, for a mainline. The price is slightly more expensive than the Hot Wheels mainline, but I think it definitely offers attention to detail, right? The nice red line wheels. The back as well is just amazingly done. Right, look at the details over here. Just awesome. The spoiler as well is nicely painted. This is the spoiler is flexible. It's a flexible piece, which is interesting, right? It's not a metal piece. So that is quite interesting. But yeah, overall it's a very nice casting. Glad to have it, and yeah, it's really cool. Now this one has suspension, so that's a nice touch as well. Okay, so that's the end of this video today, and I've arranged the cars in the order of how much I like the cars. So the Mercedes is definitely the best one. It's just very elegant, and yeah, so that's how I have arranged it in this order. And yeah, overall I think Tomica, it offers very good value for money. A lot of attention to detail, however just a little bit plain for my liking. If you compare them against something like the Ford Super Truck from Hot Wheels, it's just extremely this is much more interesting, I feel. However, of course, I don't think Tomica would have done this with such a crazy livery as well. Or even Matchbox. I think Matchbox probably fits in a little bit more in terms of what Tomica is doing. So this is the Dodge Durango from Matchbox. Matchbox tends to do more of the tempos instead of inserted headlights. So, but the tempos are pretty nice as well. Pretty detailed tempos, very nicely stamped. But this one in particular does not have an interior, which is just a bit of a shame. But Matchbox in general, they do some pretty nice castings, like this Ram truck. Just again nice painted on details, front and back, right? And the wheels are better. Definitely the wheels for Matchbox and Hot Wheels are definitely better than Tomica, right? So yeah, I think that's the end of the video, and I hope that it was interesting to open the Tomica cars with me. And yeah, see you in the next one.